Oh, man, Richard, let me tell you, I wish there was a tournament in Canada that I could go to that is the biggest in all of Canada, where there's over 5 different countries that come, and I can actually be crowned a champion. I just wish there was something like that.
National level champion.
A national level champion.
Open event, anybody welcome. Up to 8 countries now.
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was something like that. That was, accessible, easy accessible.
A 20-minute car ride, an hour-and-a-half ferry ride, and a 30-minute car ride.
Oh, it sounds like a dream. I just wish there was something like
10 minutes
that.
from the airport, an hour from the U.S. border.
You're just painting a picture that I wish could happen, but I just know that there's absolutely nothing like that in Vancouver or at the Richmond Olympic Oval on June 2nd or 3rd. I just
want to let you know, it's not a dream.
It's not a dream.
It's not a dream.
Say it ain't so.
It's so.
What? So wait. You're saying that there's something?
There is something.
What is it?
The second annual.
Open.
Canada Open Karate. Canada Karate Championships, June 2nd and 3rd.
That sounds like exactly what I need. How can I sign up? When can I sign up?
Online, karatebc.org/Canada Open.
And I can do it now?
You can do it right now. Actually, I think you can even get a little bit of a discount. You do it now.
If I do it right now, I get a discount? I can book my hotel? I can book my hotel?
By May 3rd, you got to book the hotel because it's going to fill up.
I'm going right now. I'm going to go right now, sign up for the Canada Open Karate Championship, and you should too.
You think of the most. Karate 360, let's start the show. You will kick high and I will speak low. From local to global, it's the thing that we love. Karate.
San Bokumaru. What is up, Richard Mosdell?
I'm your co-host. That's what's up,
I'm your other. Yeah, we didn't do that either. I'm your other co-host, Kalan Anglos. But you guys already know that. We're 77 episodes in to the Karate 360 podcast.
Do you want to hear a really crazy number?
Yes.
Okay. I was born 13 years after the last U.S. Civil War soldier died.
That's a crazy number that nobody will be able to relate to.
The U.S. Civil War was 1861 to 1863.
Okay.
The last Civil War soldier died around 1959.
But how did you know that?
I'm a history buff, man. I was watching.
Fair enough.
Watching this documentary. And then they explained it. I'm like, I was born 13 years after that.
Okay. I don't know.
Of course, he was like 110 when he died.
Yeah. I don't know anything that happened when my birth year, but what
birth year was yours?
89.
What, man? 89 is a great year.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
What happened? I'm going to Google it. What happened?
Fall of the Berlin Wall.
That's kind of big.
The end of the USSR and the Iron Curtain and communism across all of Eastern Europe.
I took history courses in college, but I'm not good at history.
1989 history courses of plyometrics.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's right. 1989, free election held for Soviet Congress. Mm-hmm. Berlin Wall comes down. That's a big one. Japanese Emperor Hirohito dies.
That's right.
Hirohito.
He was the Emperor of Japan from like 1929.
And Civil War halted by ceasefire. That's a good year, 1989.
1989 was an awesome year.
I like to tell people I'm from the 80s.
Yeah, you are.
I am from the 80s. Didn't see much of it. More of a 90s baby, but that's all right.
I'm so of the 80s. I remember going to...
You're so the 80s.
Yeah, get ready for it. Okay. Wearing the Don Johnson, white suit.
Like the leather?
Pastel shirt, no socks.
Oh, my God.
Going to nightclubs, because used to be a time when nightclubs were no alcohol till like 10 or midnight.
And they wouldn't serve it?
Yeah, they would just like slushies and stuff.
Okay.
And so you go there, you're like acting like an adult, you're dancing, the laser lights, the smoke, you're having a great time. And at 12 o'clock, they kick all the kids out. And then
the drinks come out.
And
the real party starts. That's so funny.
Yeah, they do that every now and then. So, yeah, we're having like the full-on pastel neon light 80s experience.
The bell bottoms?
No, that's 70s, man.
That's 70s?
I had bell bottoms when I was like 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
But 80s, no, I was like the tapered, roll up the bottom of the pant.
Sounds like a time.
Yeah, actually, my friend Kevin, because Kevin's Inuit and I'm just a whitey, we would walk around and we had like the worst impression of Miami Vice of Crockett and Tubbs.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious.
Somebody asked me how I would describe the 90s, growing up in the 90s. in terms of fashion or like how people dress, I said awkward because people just like wore whatever.
Yes.
And music was like MTV, like the MTV years was
Grunge.
90s. Grunge, totally grunge. Nirvana, Bush, all those guys.
Yes.
Yeah, those were the days, the golden years of music for me. But of course, that's from my time. But
Yes.
90s were good.
90s.
But here we are in 2018.
Yeah. Lots of things are happening.
Lots of things happening in the karate world. Things have become this is the best time ever to be a karate athlete.
It's a golden era.
It's a golden era for karate. I really believe that. I mean, there's so much happening. We got tournaments popping up. We had that Karate Combat League that we talked about.
I watched some of those.
I watched Rafael Gaev's match, his full match.
Yep.
What'd you think? He won, so we found out he did win the match at the end. So he goes on, and I think they're holding another one later on. The announcer, did you recognize who the announcers were?
It sounded familiar.
Baz Rutten. So Baz Rutten is an old school UFC MMA guy.
Okay.
He's like famous for doing videos of basically how to win a bar fight or like how to beat somebody who's coming at you with a bottle or something like that.
Some of us were talking the other day like, that announcer sounds familiar, but I couldn't place
Baz
it.
Rutten. So I mean, it just shows that whoever put on this promotion put some money into it for sure.
Or Bitcoin.
Yeah, I saw it because there was the big Bitcoin.
I wonder if they were paid in Bitcoin.
I would hope not because Bitcoin's crashed quite a bit, but I think, whoever put the money
it was in the Middle East, some rich person. It looked like right out of a movie, like a 70s karate kickboxing.
For sure.
With like the karate pants and the belt. Everyone had like the same belt.
Yeah, and then you can see like the people around in the dark, drinking, getting up.
It looked like a little bit of a blood sport sort of thing.
Totally. But it's kind of cool, so we'll keep an eye on that for sure.
The speed was good, technique not so much.
Yeah, it was definitely sloppy.
Yep. But what was interesting is Agiev actually did it.
Yeah.
Like he must have got some serious coin. To me, as soon as you fight full contact, you're a prize fighter. So the most important thing you want to do is get as much money as possible.
For sure.
And fight as least as many hard fights.
Yes. Yeah. Just get as much money as you can. That's the kind of UFC model now. They're doing the money fights, right? Yes. Whatever they can get or whatever they can build up.
So our karate fighter McGregor.
Yeah, okay. Let's not call him that. He's so past that now.
So like, the karate world doesn't claim him.
No, we don't claim him. We'll claim like Wonder Boy Thompson, the Oda Machida who fights pretty soon. He's Shotokan karate originally. There's a couple more in there. Oliver Enkamp, Jesse Enkamp, karate by Jesse's brothers in the UFC. So there's a couple karate guys for sure. Not Phil Davis. There's a guy in Bellator. I can't remember his name, but one of Bellator's, who's like the rival to UFC, one of their best fighters is a karate fighter. His name is just slipping my mind right now. But yeah, the karate fighters are out there and we do claim them, but not McGregor.
Well, something that attached to that, we're starting a jiu-jitsu class here.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
We've talked about this.
You're in it, man.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. And I think originally what we wanted to do with it is, offer more value to the members, but also to kind of round out our martial arts game, basically.
Totally.
Like, obviously, karate's all stand-up, and you want to stand up good, but, what happens in a self-defense situation if it goes to the ground? You have to know jiu-jitsu, and I think... To be honest, I think jiu-jitsu is one of the best things for self-defense because you learn how to control the other person and how to, get away from them, basically.
It's a good segue. We can just literally go into technical, tactical, and then do results after.
Do it.
I have.
Go for it.
I have. Okay, so some of the reasons that people wanting to do it as well is, to round out everybody.
Yeah.
It's fun to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fun to learn.
Lots of fun. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, comparison of karate to jiu-jitsu. So first, I heard this really great description of what is jiu-jitsu in 4 parts.
Okay.
And why it's effective, and why Brazilian jiu-jitsu it can have more, it can have less, but it has 4 main parts. And I heard this on Joe Rogan interviewing John Bonner.
Okay.
Yeah, very famous jiu-jitsu guy.
Okay.
I might have got the name wrong. If I did, I apologize. Anyway, so he goes through 4 parts. He goes, when you're standing up, he uses his term, kinetic chain.
Yes. My boy John.
That's right.
He knows what's up.
And he goes, when you're standing up, you have the ability to create a lot of explosive power. His description is a javelin thrower. They run really, really, really hard. They jump really, really high and strong, and they throw like 80, 90 meters as hard as they can.
Yeah.
But if you were just to put them on their knees, then it takes all the ability of creating all that power and that kinetic chain.
For sure.
Press off, right?
He's got it, yeah.
First thing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you got to take them to the ground.
Yeah.
Second thing, you got to get past their legs because you can get kicked in the head.
For sure.
It's dangerous. Third thing, you got to work through a series of points till you get to a dominant position, side mount or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the fourth is the submission somehow.
Yes.
And so that's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The key was if you could get, whereas in karate or kickboxing, Muay Thai, you've got that press off the ground and strike and distance. That's so dangerous. So if you can take that away from the person, that means when you go to the ground, you have to take them with you.
Yes.
You can't just go to the ground and let them keep standing up.
Yeah, although we've seen that. Some people
Yes.
like go down to the ground and try and pull them in.
Exactly.
But
They got to
yeah.
get them down.
Yes.
You can't just stay down and
But if it
take
works
shots.
to get them down, yeah.
So it's great. So then, I'm going to give all my best ideas away because no one ever going to use them. But if they're calling that jiu-jitsu fighting system, they're just calling it fighting system. And that's the one we talked about.
Yeah.
WKF stand up, judo throws,
and jiu-jitsu takedown. Now you had also mentioned just on that note that they are trying to get into the Olympics. These guys,
Yeah,
right? IOC is looking at them, right? Because they're in the
Games.
World Games. Yeah. Combat jiu-jitsu,
They're
really cool.
recognized by the IOC.
Yeah.
Looking for 2024, 2028.
Awesome. Anyways, I cut you off there, but go for it.
No problem. Cut me off anytime.
I will. And you lost your train of thought.
Anyway, so what I think is really cool is like the way, and people we're going to make the announcement this month, but the way we're just rejigging some of our classes, it'll be select few. You have to be in karate, you have to be a certain rank, and we'll have some classes. But at the end of the day, the way we're jigging it up is you can go into a karate competition and you can go into the new jiu-jitsu fighting system.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And in the future, if the way we're going to rejig the dojo over time, like we're always going to be a karate club. That'll be our heart, our soul, our DNA. Scott, that's awesome. Is if you could see people coming out of here going on to professional MMA fights.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you have that karate base and filling it in with the jiu-jitsu, of course, like that just makes sense.
So what is, and this is the other thing, and I have a description in my head, but I want to hear yours because you know this in some ways better than I do in terms of what is MMA?
What is MMA?
I heard a really short description, but I want to hear your description.
Okay. It's a sanctioned, controlled fight. I was going to say brawl, but it's more of a fight that is confined by certain rules where you're just trying to overcome your opponent. I don't know.
No, it's a good start. It's a good start. Okay, because I've been thinking about it a lot because as I'm planning the jiu-jitsu class and planning what we can do for people who just want to learn for rec for fun, and then also people who want to compete with it.
I think of MMA as fighting.
Yes.
I think of MMA as fighting. I think of karate as martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Even like kumite is I think more of a sport karate, more martial arts. Same with like judo and all the traditionals. But I think MMA is I think of fighting. Like you're actually fighting.
So the description I heard today, and I'm still playing with these in mind, is MMA itself is not a system. If you're in MMA, you're trying to master several systems.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
MMA as a sport is a sport with rules, of which you can use different systems to do it in the ring or when you're competing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In the octagon or just on the mats. So MMA, of and by itself, isn't a style. You have to study, like, let's say, jiu-jitsu or karate or Muay Thai or boxing or whatever, and get really good in that system to be able to put it together, and you put it together in the sport rules of MMA.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense?
Yeah, totally. And
I'm sure some people out there are like, we're just going to teach you MMA because you can do anything you want. But it sounds like the better clubs have certain systems that you can learn, and with the more time, if you do like one night karate, one night jiu-jitsu, one night judo, you're never really going to be that good.
No.
But it depends on if you're a rec person or you really want to be competitive.
Yeah, and even most MMA schools, clubs, whatever, have like, okay, we're going to do wrestling tonight, and then the next day we're going to do striking, we're going to do boxing, we're going to do jiu-jitsu, submissions, whatever. So they really are just taking a bunch of different sports and applying it, and they kind of are doing it one night at one night. But we are seeing in MMA especially the best fighters or the best ones that go on to win usually have a very good base in one thing. Like
exactly.
They're very good at one
really
thing.
mastered it,
And then they fill in the others as they go, and maybe then they change, and now they're a lot more jiu-jitsu than they were before. They're always growing and evolving and that kind of thing. But they always have that one base. Like you always hear, oh, he's a wrestler, he's a grappler, he's a boxer, he's a striker, whatever. So they always have that one base that they then add all the other pieces to fit the MMA rules and to fit the MMA world. So
you go in there, you can't eye gouge, you can't kick to the groin.
Yeah.
You follow the rules. It's kind of no different than karate because like we train a lot of karate techniques, but then when we compete under a system of rules, right?
Yeah, yeah. And they've even said, like you've heard Joe Rogan say, you've heard the other announcers, people, Dana White, all that say, like sport karate is the next big thing that's going to come into MMA and the UFC because not a lot of people have seen it. There's not a lot of people that are going to have training partners basically at that level.
Yes.
So there it's going to be new, it's going to be fresh, it's going to throw people off. So it's coming for sure. And like I said, it's the golden age.
Yeah, it's so much. It's a really cool time, and also for people to be really accepting of doing different things. For example, this is the other thing. From June, we're going to start handing out sports karate ranks.
Ooh, is that an announcement right here?
Well, we gave some people. We've been thinking about it for a year.
Sure,
right?
And we have
a name.
We helped some people.
Yeah, we kind of helped some people out by giving them a 5th dan and a 3rd dan because they had to go apply for some certificates.
Yeah.
At the highest level in the country, like, oh yeah, that's great. We saw you guys hand it out. I'm like, man, we're really nervous about handing out like a yellow belt as for sports karate, and here we handed like a 5th and a 3rd. Like, we just don't worry about it anymore.
Just making it rain with these certificates. You want a certificate? You want a certificate? You're a black belt. You're a black belt.
So like in rec karate or regular karate, you still have to go through that, and a certificate's kind of like. You can get any certificate you want. If you think being part of some Okinawan old school, they only do kata and a few kabuto weapons, that's the only version of karate in your world, and that's the certificate that you want, great. If you want to get a sports karate certificate, great. Because I know that in jiu-jitsu or taekwondo or judo, people trash talk other people's styles.
Of course, yeah, it happens.
And in karate, right? They
Totally.
Trash talk.
Totally.
It's too bad.
It's the effect of being on a team, so to speak. Everybody wants to pick a side.
Yeah.
Like, karate's better than taekwondo. Totally. That's
else.
Natural, though. I think
But I
actually do
don't
that.
care. Like, that's the cool thing. Like, so in our club, you can get a Wadokai certificate, you'll be able to get a sports karate certificate, and then for the jiu-jitsu stuff, that's what we're going to figure out down the road. We have some amazing guy. It's going to blow people away.
Yeah.
Who's going to come do 2 seminars for us this summer.
It's going to be great.
You know about it.
Yeah,
I can't announce it until the date's picked.
And I think we can probably announce what we can announce, or what we know for sure, is that we are also going to be going to train at probably the best jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
We
won't tell you where, but I think we should announce it after we've done. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
we're going to a place. It's pretty cool. We'll tell you.
You'll know what it is.
You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah. All right. There you go. So that's pretty good.
Exciting, man.
Just so exciting. Should we get into some news, or what do you want to do here?
We kind of fitted all that 4 things in, didn't we? Let's get into some news.
All
Let's do some stuff.
Some Karate Global news. And we had, last week, we had a karate tournament, the Rabat Open. It was a K1 tournament. Just bringing up the results here. We have them for you. We're going to go over them. The gold medal match. Again, this is the Karate 1 Premier League in Rabat. What was this? April 6th and 7th or something. It was on the weekend. So whatever that last weekend was this. Let's go over the results. How about you? I'll do the name. You do the division.
I like that idea.
Because I think you did it last time. All right, go for it. Again, these are just the gold medal winners, but this is the highlights from the K1 in Rabat. Go for it.
Female kata.
The winner from Hong Kong, Xiang Grace Lao Mo from Hong Kong got the gold. Sandra Sanchez getting the silver medal in the female kata.
Female kumite, -50.
Miho Miyahara from Japan. I think that's her maybe 3rd consecutive gold medal in that division.
Female kumite, -55.
Valerie Kumizaki from Brazil.
Sorry?
Fall asleep over there? You awake?
-61.
Leila Hortalt from France.
-68.
Apologies for screwing up all these names. Katrine Peterson from Denmark. That one was easy.
68 plus.
Is Tita Kayanen from Finland.
Female team kata.
From Morocco. No, pardon me. From Turkey. The Turkey team.
Male kata.
So we're on the males now. The gold medal winner, Ali Sofugalu from Turkey.
We're announcing the males now.
What did I say?
We're on the males now.
We're
minus 60.
Sadridin Samata from Uzbekistan. I should let you do the names. Douglas Bro is getting a third bronze medal there in the minus 60 kilogram from Brazil.
Minus 67.
Gold medalist Ali Al Sawi from Egypt.
Minus 75.
Ooh, the man himself, fresh off his combat karate.
Probably didn't have to leave the area.
Probably not. Rafael Agayev, the minus 75 kilogram champion from Azerbaijan, winning the gold medal. Tom Scott from the United States getting the third place finish in that one.
Minus 84
is Ahmed Al Marsri from Egypt.
84 plus
is Mehdi Falali from France.
Male team kata.
Is Morocco. Team Morocco. So there you go. That's the results from the Rabat. A couple little things to highlight. I don't see any Canadian flavor in there, I don't think. Nope, I thought I saw one, but that's actually the Swiss flag. No Canadians, a couple Americans. So again, Tom Scott getting bronze in that one there. So one thing what do you notice after reading all those countries individual the gold medals?
First thing, you don't see a lot of Japan.
You don't see a lot of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Rabat, so there's that. But also a lot of a lot of different countries winning gold medal in that. You got Hong Kong, Egypt is in there. Japan did win one gold medal in there. Brazil won a gold medal. Like all these countries, France. We've seen a lot of Japan dominate. We've seen a lot of domination from.
Well, Daniel Gazinski was there.
He was there, yeah,
and just lost by 1 point to Turkey. That went on to win one of the pools.
Okay.
In the men's 84 plus.
There you go.
Yep.
So that's our Canada flavor there. But yeah, a lot of different countries winning medals at the Rabat Open. And again, this is going to be big. It's going to be these K1s just keep growing. More athletes keep going. They're going to become more and more important. This is obviously a world championship year. We got points coming for the Olympics in 2020. So these things are just going to keep growing.
Talking to John Fonseca, his wife is Alyssa Al Fonseca. She tore her ACL at the U.S. Open.
Damn.
9 months recovery.
Oh, that sucks. She's coming back. She was coming back.
She's coming back and strong. And
so, that sucks. Yeah, because she won a couple. I think she won a couple tournaments, I think.
Yes, and so she has a glimmer of hope that she could be back in time for the U.S. national selections in January of next year.
Oh,
and
man, that's heartbreaking.
She just has, according to John, she has to win a couple big key competitions.
Sure.
She's going to miss Worlds that could get her into the qualifiers.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Those damn ACLs, those karate legs, man, I tell you, they'll get you.
Man. Well, a very interesting tournament, and I think the next one. What is the next one? What's the next one that we've got on the plate here for
K1?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. We usually have it up. We're not prepared tonight, folks. We're not prepared. Let's see. We're going to the calendar here. So we're
that was it. Yeah, it's the Senior European Championships.
Yeah, the EKF Senior Championships in Serbia. So the next
juniors.
K1, well, the Youth League is at the end of May, but the next Premier League is not till June. June 8th to 10th is the K1 Premier League in Istanbul. The Istanbul Open. That's going to be a big one as well. And the PKF Senior Championships are there as well. So
in June.
There you go.
Next year, PKF Senior Championships will be in March. So the Canadian National Championships for seniors. Canadian Nationals has now been split.
That's right.
First time ever.
Seniors in
late January, early February.
That's right. And juniors in March, right? Or May.
In May.
May, that's right.
So we're going to actually split the senior and junior selections for BC.
Yeah, it's a whole new system there. But we'll talk more about that maybe next week.
All right.
My fitness training tip of the week is how to train around your injuries. And I think you had a really good point on this, Richard. You simply said,
don't get injured.
Just don't get injured, and you won't have to worry about that. However, we now know from Alyssa Fonseca, also from people in our dojo and all around the world, basically getting injured during training. It does happen. You train hard, things happen. But what can you do to train around your injuries? Well, it's very important that when you do get an injury, especially if it's something like to a joint or to a ligament, that you let it rest. You can still train, though. You should still be doing some type of training. So if it's a knee injury, you can still be doing hand techniques. You can still be hitting the bag. Me and Marnie, who I train after class, tonight we did a lot of, like focus mitt stuff, just trying to hit, react, that kind of stuff. If it's a shoulder injury, obviously you can use your stances more. You can do that. So just train around your injury, but just because you're injured doesn't mean you can't train. Doesn't mean you can't train. You should still come to training and do what you can, because the worst thing that can happen is that obviously you're going to forget stuff. Your skills are going to go down. So just make sure you're coming to training. Another thing that's important too, and we've talked about it on this before, is if you have an injury in one of your limbs, your right leg, left leg, whatever, you can still train your uninjured leg or your uninjured arm. You're not, some people always think, well, then that one's going to get stronger and the other one's not, going to be able to keep up, and I'm going to have an imbalance. It's not necessarily true, because we know there's a thing called cross education where you train one leg, strength train one leg. You're going to get still strength improvements in the other leg that you're even not training, even if it's injured. It's just because, again, the brain is figuring out how to send that signal to the muscle, so it's going to still be able to send that signal to the injured muscle once it's not injured. So you can still train when you're injured. You can still do one leg stuff, one arm stuff in the gym. You can still do your dojo training. Just train around your injury. Just don't aggravate it more. Make sure you rest it enough. If it's inflamed, make sure you use ice. If it's a muscle injury, don't use ice. You want to use heat, like hot baths, that kind of thing, to kind of try and relax that muscle. So if it's a muscle, relax it. If it's a joint or a ligament, ice it and try and stop the inflammation. So
muscle, relax it. Joint, ice it.
That's right. There you go. And typical, and don't get injured. Just don't get injured. Standard icing protocols: 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. Repeat as much as you can. Being in sports
means getting injured.
Totally. And high performance sports, especially, whether you go, then that means going for your black belt or going for a national championship.
But I mean, sitting on the couch eating potatoes means you're just gonna block all the arteries to your heart and die anyway. So
you're not going to prove anything.
No.
So get into your training and just train.
It's just part of being injured. I always notice that with kids, like, I got injured. Yeah, you're doing sports. It's going to happen.
You're going to get injured.
Get used to it.
Yeah, totally. So there you go. That's my fitness training tip of the week. All right. We're just going to kind of wrap this one up. Upcoming events we kind of already talked about. K1 Premier League, June 8th, 10th. That's the next one we're looking at. But the EKF Senior Championships is coming up May 10th to 13th. On that same weekend is the AKF Cadet Junior and U21 Championships in Okinawa, Japan. So that's our next weekend we're kind of shooting for. Got a little bit of a month off here for major events.
We'll have stuff.
Oh, we'll have stuff for sure. When do we not have stuff?
We always have stuff.
We always have stuff. So, we do appreciate you guys listening in, tuning in, sending us messages, asking us to talk about this, that.
Totally.
We do appreciate that kind of stuff. So keep that coming.
Right on.
All right. I'm Kalan Anglos.
I'm Richard Mosdell.
We thank you guys for listening. We'll talk to you next week. San Mokumaru.